Hey everybody, welcome back to the Outer Worlds. We're heading to this place called Stellar Bay on the moon of Monarch, but we need a nav key, which we can't get through official channels because of who we are. Phineas is suggesting we contact Gladys, a black market fence located on the Groundbreaker. Apparently this is a neutral station, so we should be safe, and she can sell us a nav key to Stellar Bay. So let's go and get in touch with her, shall we? I think this is where we're going to use to jump around to all these different places. There's the Monarch, Scylla. Phineas's lab, we definitely want to check out. There's some science weapons that were listed. But for now, let's go to the Groundbreaker. Captained by Junlei Tennyson. Destination. Says. Here you can see all the planets in the system as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you've unlocked, though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Reached the Groundbreaker.
Thanks, Ada. Nice to see somewhere different.
Can we talk?
Sure.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
That's okay, cool. She can't be that good. This place is kind of a dump.
If I had to fix a station this big, I'd be spending all my time trying to figure out what needs doing now and what can wait.
Yeah, that's fair.
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Didn't you say you could keep this boat in good repair?
I surely can. I'm a passing fair mechanic.
Oh.
Even Mr.
Good.
Thompson would have said it's my only skill.
I'm a passing fair
working
mechanic.
on cannery lines, AG loaders, and the like. There's tricks about ships I ain't learned yet. All I'm looking for is a few pointers. I bet a lady who runs a whole station has forgot more than I ever learned.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. We can head over there.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Don't think so. I think it's time to move along. Break time's over.
We'll be here, Captain.
Select up to 2 companions to accompany you. We have a lot of choices. I don't know. Let's maybe pick Parvati and Max.
Or will we?
Sounds good to me. Super cool. Okay, guys, don't tell them. Hunting rifle level 2. Just got to get it out of my system before I go in here and steal everything. Jane.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Yeah, well. Look at us. Traveling through space.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Oh, he's...
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little Back Bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this.
Corporate trooper.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Okay. Felix, say, what's going on here?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I mean, I just kind of noticed that you're in an argument.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
Were you trying to get arrested?
Yeah, because I knocked my foreman out with a tossball stick. But, to be fair, I wasn't the one who started it. The guy was insulting my Rizzo's Rangers.
Rizzo's Rangers.
Look, if it's a crime to defend your favorite tossball team against slander and calumny, well then lock me right up.
You know what? I totally get it. I totally get it.
Only the finest group of tossball players ever to take the field.
I like
He's a
that.
Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman
Oh, that's
comes
another team, okay.
swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
So you defend the honor of your team.
Exactly. I was only doing what any self-respecting Rangers fan would have done.
Yeah, no, obviously.
Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Are you, I'm smelling companion vibes, maybe? Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock.
Oh, here we go.
Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
It is, actually. Technically. The previous captain died in a pretty bad accident.
So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect.
Is that right, Felix?
Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Okay. I never caught your name. I'm Cyrus Odd.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
See you around, Felix.
See you around, boss.
Huh. Okay. Man, there's stuff everywhere. Doo-doo-doo. Don't mind me. Are you... Oh, God, you guys. Come on. We talked about this. When I'm in the bins, you just leave me be.
Sure.
Oh, I can... Oh, I didn't know I could target them to go places. I thought it was to... Oh, okay.
I'll be right there.
I can hold it and they'll come back to me, or I can send them
I'm
up to
going.
do stuff. That's cool. All right.
Coming back.
Now, she mentioned heading into customs, so let's do this. Oh, look at Phineas's wanted poster. For various crimes, violations of board policy, including any or all of the following: sedition, forgery, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, destruction of board property.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
Yes, it is.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so riled at him.
Customs and inspection.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Yeah, got it. So we have two different vendors here. Spacer's Choice, board sponsor, board, what is this? Board approved? Bullets and things. Okay, so this one's selling all sorts of good stuff. Let's sell all of our junk. And we'll sell off a couple of these things that we're not really using. I don't know if it removes the stuff that is equipped from this list. Armor mod increases body armor and helmet armor ratings against shock damage. So pretty expensive. Level 7 items. Heavy weapon. Okay, cool. I just kind of want to get a sense of things that we can buy versus things that we should maybe look for
Identification, please.
elsewhere. You're guarding the door, so I'll call you guard. You're welcome.
That's only about the third or fourth dumbest line I've heard all day.
Sorry,
I give it
man.
a 6 out of 10. Seems a little high. That was barely a 3 in my humble
Vicar,
opinion.
seriously?
Hey, that's better than half. Could be worse.
Okay, guys.
Could be better, too.
Thanks, guys. I got
So,
it.
identification.
I got it. Ooh, boy. Let's just say, like, hypothetically speaking, because I totally do have ID. If I didn't have one, what happens?
Everybody's got an ID. Oh, let me guess. You, left it in your other pants? I hear that one a lot.
I mean... What if I told you I'm a newly thawed colonist from Hope? You remember that thing?
I'd tell you no one's fallen for that line in about 30 years.
Okay.
Then I'd take the safety off my gun and kindly ask you to move along.
Okay, well, that's not the
It's
case,
a good
so.
thing he didn't say that then, right? Right, sir?
Exactly.
Sure, kid. Right.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to continue living the lie.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day.
What?
According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit.
Are
to
you
lift it.
frickin'
But
serious?
we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Well, okay. I can't take it back. I'm fully engrossed in the lie. So, how do we get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker.
Okay.
His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Starboard wall of the promenade. Okay. Why is the ship being impounded exactly?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Cool. I'm pretty sure that this is a mistake, but cool.
Not gonna lie, you're in a pickle. But Udom's an interesting guy. Might be y'all could come to accords if you play your cards right. Huh. Records show this ain't the first time your ship's been impounded. Seems to get cleared up pretty quick. You might not be in this pickle for long.
Huh.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
What? What? God, why can't I just say no?
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay. Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
What do you mean shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery.
Oh.
I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
That's actually helpful.
Much appreciated.
Because we need a
Is there anything
piece
else I can help you with?
for our own SAM cleaning unit. I'm looking for somebody named Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Why? Looking for a drink. Any recommendations?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself.
Oh, the Lost
Talk to
Hope.
Vera. She'll set you right.
That's cool. Which way's starboard? Aren't there stars all around us?
It means on your right side. Reckon you're from one of the planets. Word of advice. You see a door marked opens to vacuum? Stay clear.
It's pretty good advice, actually. What if I need to, like, clean up a mess? Like I spilled crumbs on a carpet or something. Where do I find the actual vacuum?
That's not the kind of vacuum. You know what? Never mind. Open any door you want. The mess will take care of itself.
Thanks. Can I find any jobs around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage.
Okay.
But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Right. Looking for something a little bit more local, if you catch my drift.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Yeah, and that's not weird. Thanks. Anything long-term?
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
Yeah, I feel you. How does Halcyon Holdings work?
Are you pulling my leg?
Not exactly. I don't know hardly anything at all, actually.
Well, you seem to know yourself, and that's got to count for something.
This guy
Not too
gets
many
it.
folks can say the same. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential.
Okay.
A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board.
And so the board, they basically run most of the system then, because they own everything.
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners.
Okay.
Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
So how does the Groundbreaker fit into that then? Like, why aren't they just owned by the group?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope.
Oh.
Once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
Whoa. So there's actually a boardroom somewhere with all these company heads in it?
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help.
I didn't think there were many independent operators in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
What do you know about sublight salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
Okay, cool. We'll definitely talk to them. That's all I need to know about work.
All right.
Thanks. What about this Udom Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
Sounds like a fun guy.
Really likes his cereals, too. Maybe a little too much. Bit of a weird bird, all told.
Don't see what's so wrong about liking cereals.
Just like
They're fun.
scratching.
Udom takes it to an, unhealthy level.
Seems like there's some tension between the board and the Groundbreaker.
You noticed, huh?
A little bit. I'm bright like that.
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Huh. So, why can't you guys just work together?
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them,
Got
or
it.
you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
Okay, so they're like fighting to keep their independence. Your station's in a state of disrepair. You can make the board fix it.
You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it. But what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
Sounds like they would.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
This is interesting because, you know, we've been a little preoccupied for the past many, many years. And so being able to kind of understand these different groups and
Sure thing.
who's got the real power and who's throwing it around,
Be seeing you.
kind of interesting. All right, cool. Well, good chat, Wheeler. We are going in. We got Gladys there, Udom Bedford.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time.
Yeah,
nor
we heard
loitering.
that you might be looking for help. What bounties do you have available?
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal.
Thanks for clarifying.
Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but two officers.
Sounds lovely. Flying under the influence of illegal substances?
Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum.
Any leads on where we could find this guy?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
That sounds easy enough. So, do we have to kill him, or what do we have to do?
You and about 6 other enterprising
Kill.
mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill.
Oh.
I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
I wonder if you could, like, steal that, bring it back, and say, yeah, we totally killed him. I couldn't help but notice a bounty posting on Phineas Wells.
The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear
Nope,
it.
totally don't know who that guy is. Weird. No! Ah! We have to do it. But Phineas is my friend.
I think you might have got your words mixed up again, Captain.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I've been to a secret base and everything. Oh, no.
If you're looking for a payday, you'll want to talk to Udon about it. I'm not processing the board's paperwork for them. Not least because they want everything in triplicate. Won't the one message do? No, I have to send it 3 times.
Okay. So, is this Wells like a famous criminal or something?
To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get their unders in a wad. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him. We keep the poster up to keep the peace is all.
What's it like working security detail?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post,
Maybe.
I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Yeah, totally. It's been real nice chatting.
I'm not here for a chat.
Great.
Now get moving before I see you moved.
Okay, great. Awesome. Do we dare? I'm gonna ask. What's a Mardet?
We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
Why Mardet and not guard or officer?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardets because it was easier to say.
Huh.
Guess it stuck.
Okay. Well, thanks. See ya.
Hey.
A quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you'll be shot on sight. Use a disguise. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Okay. Yeah, do that.
I picked up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously.
That's the moon,
There was
right?
A lot of
Yeah.
static and something, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've heard everything.
You know, it takes more muscles to frown than to smile.
Who told you that? Graham?
Asshole.
This feels like something we should be scaling, but pitter patter.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that travel to the Monarch is restricted for your protection.
Ooh, a rest and go keycard.
Canyons of
Interesting.
acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed.
Like, I don't know.
The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave
Okay.
the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens.
We heard something about rest and go, so I figure that's gonna help us. And I'm guessing that message came up maybe because of security. Because I'm not seeing anything else. I don't want to get us into too much trouble here early. Wow, look at this.
By the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Oh, that's cool. They have these little ad drones.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
That's amazing. Here's the rest and go. Let's see what the past does for us.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave.
Right.
Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time.
I feel you. I'm looking for Gladys.
Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Thanks. Thanks for clearing that up. Bunch of vending machines. Standard troop helmets. Self-serve snack system. Huh. Personality attributes +1. Dexterity, perception, and charm -1.
As you were.
Very tempting.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
Actually, whisper time. Phineas sent me. He said you could sell me a nav key to Stellar Bay.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction.
That's why I'm whispering.
Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Lay it on me. 10,000 bits. That's actually not bad. No one's ever found my bits lacking. Tell me about the opportunity first.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
No, do I look like somebody with qualms? Let's hear it.
Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Which means... it's a ghost message.
Aren't you precious? No. The young man on the video was flesh and blood, all right.
Could be it was automated. Mr. Thompson used to automate the intercom in Edgewater to say all sorts of things. A bit saved is worth 2 in the bush was his favorite. Never did figure out what he meant.
That's a classic phrase.
Edna didn't seem to think so, and I trust the dear girl's judgment. Well, maybe not in men, but she knows her comms. So, like as not, someone's been down there recently. And if someone set up shop in Roseway, I'd wager they got something to hide.
So, if it's a corporate town with something to hide, why the SOS?
Maybe whatever they're hiding went to heck, and now they need a few spare hands to clean up the mess. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. So basically, you need me to snoop around.
My goodness, aren't you quick on the uptake?
Thanks.
I like that.
Yes, I'm quick.
Should you find yourself responding to a certain distress call, and in so doing find yourself in possession of certain valuable corporate secrets, well...
Oh, that would just be a
then we ought to
coincidence.
have a chat over a pot of tea and my famous cookies.
I mean, yeah, okay. You can count on me.
Law bless your atoms. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done.
So we could just buy that key. Like, we have the money, but this seems way more interesting. What other jobs do you know about?
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief.
Yeah, we've heard, actually.
She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar.
Okay. Let's see what you've got for sale, out of curiosity.
Just something I tossed together. Like to keep my hands busy.
Nope, not interested in the throw pillow, thanks. See, this would literally take all of our money, too. Which, you know, isn't the end of the world. This is restricted stock. Adrena time. Let's repair everything. Actually, we can do the repairs with our weapon parts and such. Okay. So, we leveled as well. So we're level 8. Let's go into... This seems like an area where we're going to spend a lot of time talking to people. We've got level 50 in both of these. And actually, now... Okay. So once these hit 50, then we get into this situation where you can specialize and you have to put these skills specifically into these subcategories. So let's see. Let's get us up to the 50 there. So if we wanted to now, for each of these skill points, we can max these categories. But it's kind of like not the best usage of such. Like, I think I'll get each of these. Actually, let's just hit this. I can't even. It won't let me put this into dialogue. It's now saying I have to put this into this one, I guess, because these ones are max. So once this hits, then it caps us. I'm going to do it that way so that these are all at 50. And then we can actually go in and specialize in them a little bit more if we want. All right, cool. Let's do that. And then perks-wise, what do we want? Carrying capacity. We seem to be doing okay there. Companion crit chance. Damage when alone. Tactical time dilation meter max. Vendor prices. Unlock the ability to fast travel when encumbered. That's not bad because then we can just like jump back and get rid of stuff. I think I'm going to take this though. Tactical time dilation meter max. Cool. Okay, so now there's a couple of things that we want to be doing while we're here. First is to talk to Udom Bedford for sure, and then we still need to get this nav key. She's asking us to investigate this distress signal, which we'll do. We also need to talk to a few people. So the science weapon is... Oh, this is on the Groundbreaker. That's cool. We have to go to his orbital lab. Logs mentioned looking in Gladys's shop for old records. Is this... Phineas's weapon. Okay, so we can maybe poke around back here a little bit. We also have the distress signal. We have to go to our ship to do that. Hunt down and kill Captain McRed. Talk to Dr. Wanda in the sick bay. This is the guy who said we wanted to give the status update of the shipment. Introduce Parvati to Tennyson. Find an acid steeper. And locate a security terminal on the Groundbreaker. So we have a lot to do, and I don't know what the best kind of plan of attack is, but we'll check a couple of times like where we're at and try to do it in the area, but we might look at Phineas's weapon next and see if we don't get into too much trouble. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.